Pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C Certified Brewhead, and welcome to another edition of Beer Mail here on BAOS. We have a good one this evening. We are repping for our good mates at Quatre Origines, Four Origins here in Montreal. A brand new brew pub. They've been open maybe, I don't know, by the time this comes out, a couple months, say. And already they've got into the packaging game. So we actually did a video, which I'll link in the description below. Our first edition of Industry Talk, a whole new, what do you want to call it, like video series. And I managed to pick up some of their bottles. Now, they just did this run of bottles, I think, a few days prior. And even after I left, they'd also started canning, which is super sick. So there's three, at least at the time I went. I'm not sure if they actually have all of them bottled yet, but maybe they're just doing batch by batch. So the first three I have, this is Ironworks, their Golden Ale, 5%. Pretty rare. I remember from the, if you watched the podcast, listen to the podcast, we drank that there. And I just thought it was really rare. I hadn't really seen many golden ales in Canada. It's something that I found a lot in Australia. So, interesting. Now, this one is Côté Canal. It's the Session IPA, 4.2%. Excuse me. This is the joint. Like we drank that during the Industry Talk episode. Super crushable, super light. It's a beaut. And this one, which actually is the only beer here I haven't had. It's called Caffiend. It's a 5.8% stout with coffee from a local roaster called Traffic. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. So we're going for the Ironworks to kick off. Of course, shout outs. BrewHeads, of course, you know the deal. This is an older BrewHeads shirt, still fire. And of course, the BrewHeads cap. You can get all of these direct from thebrewheads.com with our coupon code in the description below. You get yourself a little 15% discount, which is litty, as the kids say. So, this Golden Ale is exactly as described. Golden. Bloody, flaming golden. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a can of beer, but it's a glass, mate. Looks very sexy. Definitely got that nice malty nose to it, so get in ya. Solid crusher, man. This is a summer joint. Super light, 5%, like I said before. Definitely a nice bready malt. Bread, not Brett. Yeah, man, it's just a crusher. But it says it's a blonde ale brewed with quality malt, but I mean, they're calling it a golden ale, and I can definitely see this in the Australian essence of what a golden ale is. I guess I'm not saying it's an Australian style, but like that's where I had most golden ales. It's got like that more caramelly, roasty kind of vibe to it than like any other sort of typical blonde ale or some other lighter styles. You could drink this all day. It's got enough flavor to keep you going. It's at a nice ABV that it's like nice and even. And it's interesting enough that you're not going to be bored. Like, it tastes like you're drinking water. That's bomb. Alrighty. Côté Canal. 4.2% Session IPA. The reason why they're right next to the canal. So that means like next to the canal. I like that a lot. I was going to say with the Ironworks, we actually learned when we were doing the podcast with Kanawaki Brew, and shout out to Drew and Emily over there. They were telling us that there's a big ironworking, skill set amongst a lot of the natives, and that's probably they're not too far, I guess, because it's like around where Pointe-Saint-Charles, where Quatre Origines is based, is not too far from the reserve and stuff. So I feel like it's definitely tapping into that. And I like it when the beer names are, local, relevant. Oh shit! I got too cocky. Ah, fuck! There he goes, spilling everywhere. So, it's alright. This one is definitely got. Oh, look at that! That's convenient. Thank you. Shout out to Tiffany, as always. This definitely has, even just from, nice tropical nose. Shout out to Braden as well. Braden the brewer. Mike, Keegan, Ben, holds the crew down there. Shout out everyone, right? Isn't it fun? I love shout out. Type in the comment who you'd like us to shout out. Alright, 4.2% Côté Canal, Session IPA. Get it in ya. It's great. Tropical. A little bit floral. Mosaic, Amarillo, and Cascade is what I'm looking for. So they make this for both the hopheads, but also for everyone else. It's light in alcohol, heavy in taste. I like it. This is even more so than that. Like, you could alternate between these two all day on a patio, and you'd be happy as Larry, mate. They're super crushable. Definitely a ton of flavor. I really like the tropical hop vibes in there that kind of give us that boost while still keeping it light-bodied and super, super sessionable. This is really good. I'm not a huge session IPA guy either. Like, I'd rather take one with a bit more balls than it does, but yeah, it's just solid. I love it. All right, the big one, even though it's not actually that big. So Caffiend, 5.8%. I didn't one without a label yet, but I like that. I love it when they're without a label. It means you're getting that new. So yeah, there's a local roaster who I just hit up Michael. Shouts to Mike, and he said it's called Traffic. Personally, I hadn't heard of them, but they look really good. So they use their beans. So this is definitely on the lighter side of the stout. Like, I'm looking at come out here, it's definitely like, it looks almost like a brown ale or something, as opposed to a serious stout. But I'm using the proper glassware because that's how we get down. But it's only when it comes out, you can't really see through that at all. A little bit, on the edges. Wicked head. Not overly like caffeine-y or coffee head. Nose. Fuck, mate. Get in here. That's great. The coffee's still pretty strong, but there's a lot of sweetness in this. More than I anticipated, which I like. Roasty, crushable, sessionable still. 5.8, you definitely can knock a few of these ones back. It gives you enough of a stout. Like, the body could be thicker for a stout, but this is like, I guess it's aimed at more like a crushable like version of a stout. Like, it's like at 5.8, that's pretty low for a stout, I'd say. It's not too dry either. It's definitely on the sweet side. So it's kind of like a breakfast stout, or there's foreign export stouts or whatever. Usually kind of on the dry side. This definitely is not that. Yeah, just make sure you copy the text. Just to make sure, because I'm going to do the YouTube. Uploading videos and recording videos at the same time, because we multitask at BAOS, mate. This is great. Super crushable. I thought this would be a bit more intense, but like these three beers, excuse me, are very much on the approachable side of things, and I think that that's the mission that the boys are trying to get happening in there. They're trying to bring new people into beer and make it accessible and open to everybody by giving people like me, and I'm sure some of you guys, like the beer nerds, some stuff to satisfy our needs, as well as you can bring your new non-beer drinking friends, really, and they'll come and they'll be able to have a good time, find something that they'll like and sit on that all night. You can play games in there, you can order like wicked food and stuff from around the corner. The place reminds us of like a dope LA brewery. It's a really, really cool place. So that is it, y'all. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Smash that thumbs up, hit subscribe below, and hit the notification bell so you know what's popping next. Just follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast, and check out the long form audio. Particularly, we got one recently with the boys here as well, so you guys should definitely check for that. That is it, y'all. Enjoy. We'll see you in the next video. Get it in ya.